Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for July 2019, and this is for you coming from Leo. So, first, let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9, andyhoro9 at gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll reply to you, answer your questions. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your first 15 days of July. And I'm going to tackle your area of job. It's a very good card that says you can definitely earn more money in a job. And you have the chances of traveling or the chances of finding a new job as well. So whatever you do, luck is on your side where the job is concerned. If you want to stay where you are, you'll get the promotions and you have the chance of more money. And even if you're looking for a new one, the chances are good. So it's a good positive card that I pulled for you. Now about business and finances for the first 15 days. Well, it's a card called the Wheel of Fortune. And I like the word fortune there the most. So you're going to be very fortunate in your area of business, whether to find a new business, whether to carry on and expand your business, whether to change businesses or whether to go into business. So the first 15 days for you are extremely good where finance and business is concerned. So get cracking. Go and see your bank manager. That person would also be very helpful to you. And now I'll talk to you about your romance, new or old romance. So let me tackle with this card your first 15 days for your possibility of finding a new romance. Yes, your chances of finding a new romance are very good. It could come from another country. It could come from somebody of another race. It could come from somebody that you have met before. So these three things keep into your mind. It's a positive card that says that the romance of this card is going to be very long term. So somebody you meet during the first 15 days of July is going to make a good impact for you. So go right on and meet this person. Now I'm going to pull a card about your ongoing romance, which you have, and that's going pretty well. That's a card like this for your ongoing romance that you already have. You can make it better. Things can grow from that. So perhaps the thought of marriage, perhaps the thought of planning for children, whether to buy and invest your monies together. So it's a pretty good card for you. Now, about marriage and family. All right, let me pull this card. All right, it's a touchy card. It's a card that says you have to not stomp on things, not get too aggressive about things. There's a short-circuiting, which means you and your marriage partner could be thinking differently. But I don't see any breakup. I just see different views or different points of thinking. So it's you listening to me. So for the sake of keeping harmony in your marriage in the last 15 days, be negotiable, be flexible. Just only 15 days, after all, tell yourself. You'll wait after the 15 days, perhaps, to see what you can do to improve things. So I find this card is all right, except some touchy issues. Well, you shouldn't bring up these touchy issues. If they're brought up by your marriage partner, then try to take the soft approach. Now I'll pull a card for the last 16 days for you coming from Leo. And it's a card to do with your job. You have every opportunity to get very good news of a job that you want. It's the black moon there that will cause delays. So don't be too impatient. Take your time for the 16 days. You're going to attract a job that will give you some power that you want and the chances of growth as well. So just be patient. There are some delays that are happening and you should get some good news where your job is concerned. And if I apply this card to ongoing job and you want to stay there, it's also a very good one. So stay where you are and things are going to develop for you. Again, be patient. Now I'm going to talk to you about business and finances with this card. Wow, it's a card of growth. It says in business, you have more opportunities than you really need. Well, that's a message for you not to go and be greedy and go on taking the responsibilities of new agencies or whatever. But it's a card that says you have things in abundance. And the abundance is a problem because then it may overload you. So, all I want you to do in this last 16 days is to be not too greedy, perhaps, to be happy what you have. And if you want to go into business, the last 16 days would be a very good idea. So, and if you are looking for new business, go ahead. And your ongoing business, there's a lot for you to do. So, it's an exciting last 16 days where business is concerned. Now, about romance, new and old. So let me pull this card and let's see what it says. Wow, look, it's a card of sunshine. And how pretty is that? That's all the cupids waiting to give you the possibility of a new romance, finding it so happily. And this card also says your ongoing romance is going to be full of love and affection. So you're one happy person in the last 15 days of July, where your ongoing romance or a new romance is concerned. Go get what you want. What a lovely card. Now I'll go to your marriage areas, marriage and family areas, and let's see what the card says in the last 16 days of July, you coming from Leo. Well, this is a card of Saturn. And so my only worry for you coming from Leo is that past problems, past difficulties may return to trouble you in the last 16 days of July. I see no breakup. I see no severe tension. I see no depression. So be clever in the last 16 days. Don't bring up past difficulties or the past people who have interfered with your marriage or brought difficulties, whether they are family members or not. Just don't bring that up, and you'll see that the last 16 days of July are good enough for you where your marriage is concerned and family is concerned. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages, you coming from Leo. There'll be certain people of certain ages in Leo who will be ever so lucky. And let's see who they are. All right, this is a card of Jupiter. And I see many signs there as well. So the Jupiter, Venus, and I see the sign of Sagittarius here. So there's every chance of you becoming very lucky if you are these ages. And if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75 or even 84, you'll be one very lucky person in the month of July in any area of your life. If you're not of these ages, then you'll need to come and see me for a 90-minute session. And that will cost you USD 50. We'll talk about that later. And now about your lucky dates, DATES. From this card, I will say that the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th are going to be very lucky days for you. So apply this to everything that you want. Is it for the romance, the marriage, the family? Is it to go to the casino? Is it to help yourself in job and in business? So you do that on these dates that I've just mentioned, and you'll be very lucky. Now about your lucky colors for you coming from Leo. And let's see what the card says. All right, the colors I'm going to go for from this card, which impressed me, are the colors yellow and gray. So wear plenty of yellow, wear plenty of gray during this whole month of July, whether undergarments, top garments, a handkerchief of that colors, contact these two colors, yellow and gray, and you will become increasingly lucky in everything that you want. Now about, for Leo, where do I go? It's about direction. So let me pull this card. And what direction should you face? Well, why directions? Because 9 planets are all around Earth. And when we look left, right, straight, or backwards, we are going to face a planet or another. So this card for you coming from Leo says, face southeast as much as you can, and you'll produce a lot of good luck for yourself. This will inspire you when you face southeast for the month of July. Well, that's my news for you for the month of July. I have a 90-minute session going. And during this 90 minutes, I will talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years. based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And with all this information, I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky directions, your lucky days, a lot of information. So you really are on top of this next 7, 8, or 9 years. So send me that email at andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9 at gmail.com. And I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Until then, I wish you the best of luck for the month of July. Thank you and goodbye.